Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel, Astro Assurance. We are doing the series of maturity of planets, and we have done Jupiter, we have already done Sun, and we have also done Moon so far. Today is the time or the chance or the next planet in line, and this is Venus. And this is the important planet at the cusp of where important results start coming in from in our life, and that is after the 24th year. Now, not that other years are not important for us, but in today's world, especially when all our manifestation, all our movements, our concentration, all our focus, all our efforts is towards a materialistic life, and we're looking at the better quality of life. We want to give that particular phone to our children, we want to have that kind of a house, that kind of a job, those kind of savings, those kinds of investments, and a certain quality of life. And so Venus becomes very, very important in our lives. And so the age that Venus matures at, that is after the 24th birthday, when we move into our 25th year, is an important period. Now, it's important to note that while it is said that Venus matures at a certain age, however, in different areas of our life, maturity is very, very important. However, certain stages of our lives, basis certain years of our life, there will always be differences in people who are living in different geographies. For example, in certain geographies in the world, children tend to take up responsibilities much faster, and because they also have to shoulder the responsibility of the family to become an earning member very early in their lives, and many times education is bereft of them, and they need to quickly move towards a materialistic, in fact, existence or even survival. Whereas in some other geographies, we find that children may get more support, and so they may require, or they may require the support of parents for a longer period of time, because they're still studying. They want to finish their graduation, then they want to finish their masters, sometimes they want to do their PhDs, and so on. So in certain instances, while the materialistic denotation or needing to start working or getting materialistic results in life may come later, however, maturity of Venus at a certain age, at the 24th year, means that at least the focus of the mind is towards that area, and hence most of the decisions that we start taking from the maturity of a moon onwards is moving towards how we can get a more stable life, stable earning, stable livelihood, stable vocation in life, or maybe stable business if you are moving towards that area. So each areas of our life will be denoted by a certain maturity period of certain planets, and the same thing is same is the instance with Venus as well. So what does Venus's maturity after the 24th year means? It means that once Jupiter matures, where higher learning from experiences comes into the picture, then Sun's maturity, where taking responsibility, taking accountability, taking leadership comes into the picture. Then Moon's maturity, where we are emotionally stable and we realize what it means to be able to understand emotional upheavals, emotional challenges, emotional maturity, and we starting to look at how we can also give back, supporting, nurturing ourselves, maybe even our education. And only when we have a certain degree of emotional maturity can we move towards relationships. And hence Venus is the next in line after Jupiter, Sun and Moon, because Venus cannot come into the picture before your ability to take responsibilities, before your ability to be emotionally mature, also before you get into relationships. Or look at the financial aspects. Why you need to have certain maturity of Sun, Moon and Jupiter before you move to Venus is also because when you're looking at money, which Venus manifests at its maturity period, plus or minus 1 or 2 years here and there in different geographies, but generally after the 24th year, it means that we start earning also materialistically. So if we have not started to earn, at least we are moving in that direction. Some children in different geographies in the world, they may start working even part-time from their 22nd, 23rd, 24th year onwards to support their own education also. So they may not have a regular job when they are doing in their 24th and 25th year in certain instances, but they may start taking up some responsibilities in terms of earning, at least in their part-time, some money that they are trying to earn so that they can at least support themselves. And so starting to move towards a more livelihood oriented approach in life, livelihood oriented phase in life is important with regard to Venus's maturity, because Venus rules the second house of livelihood. However, this is also the period when you need to start showcasing or living by or being responsible for your family, which means that number one, you will start to be taken into account or be held responsible for your actions. Not that you're not held responsible earlier, but by your 24th year, you are looked at as a full-fledged adult. You're not treated as a 21-year-old. Once you cross your 24th year, you are looked as any adult, and you're not a bacha or a child anymore. And so you will also be held accountable, and people will also remind you that which family you come from, which lineage you come from. Parents will also hold you accountable and say, you come from this good family of respected people, so you need to live by family's traditions, family's values, and you should not get into a situation where others are shameful or others get embarrassed because of what you do. So because Venus represents values, family traditions, family lineage, being the ruler of the second house, so that becomes important and that comes into the focus. And so the sensitivity towards there, our responsibility towards family values, or living the family's values, or holding aloft family values and tradition, or at least even if your values are different from your family, at least not putting your family in an embarrassing situation, whether it's your parents, siblings, or other extended family, and maybe your partner as well, if you've already gotten into a relationship by then. And because the second house is also the house of language, and so a certain degree of maturity is also expected in how you communicate. This is different from Mercury's communication, which is more tactical, analytical oriented. It is also more precision oriented. Venus's focus on language is about the sophistication in the words, in the vocabulary, and how you deal with people, and how you deal with your communication in relationships, because Venus also rules the 7th house of relationships. And being more balanced in your relationships, being balanced in your communication, and being balanced in your financial aspects and how to earn. So rather than chase materialism, chase money, also be balanced in what kind of role you're doing in a job, what kind of brand you're working for, what kind of responsibilities you have, whether you have the wherewithal to shoulder those responsibilities or not. All that comes into the picture. So a balance between earning on one side and balance between your aspirations on the other hand is very, very important. A balance between how you chase money on one hand and the balance between how you keep your relationships on the other hand. A balance between how you live your family values or you hold aloft your family values in society, and at the other end, and also a balance in how we treat others versus how we treat ourselves. So a balance in responsibilities, balance in a financial independence is also important. So you are expected to be family, you are expected to be independent from your 24th year onward. You are expected to be held accountable for your family, for your values, how you look at relationships, and how you deal with others, because the 7th house is important. So Venus's maturity is not about Venus maturing, but you maturing to a certain stage, certain phase in life, certain approach in life, certain mentality in life, certain aptitude in life, certain attitude in life. So Venus's maturity is all about you taking responsibility in your finances, in your relationship, in your language, in your values, how you deal with other people, and how you have a balance between all these entities. And this is a takeoff phase in many, many ways, because the moment you start earning, the moment you become independent, and the more you start becoming more wise from how you deal with relationships, how you balance relationships, how you balance your values, how you balance your needs, that means you're on your way now. and you have got into the big league now. You are with the big boys or the big girls, however you want to define it. But it is you are supposed to come of age by now. You're supposed to be somebody who understands at a large level, at a society level, at a relationship level, at a materialistic level, at a financial level, your responsibilities, how you need to be independent, how you need to be able to take your life forward from then on. And there is less that your family can do for you, less than your friends can do for you, less that your old partner can do for you. In fact, you are expected to start looking at and becoming more responsible and standing up for others, rather than keeping on asking for support and asking for nourishment from the other sources. So Venus's maturity from in your 24th year is important, plus or minus a year or 2 year there, because of how you may you may take time to have your Venus mature. And so if you are at that cusp, keep in mind that the more sooner you take accountability for your values, for your financial independence, for your relationship, for your language, for your values, the better. If you've already crossed that age, then look back and see what were you doing in your 24th year, whether you were really responsible, whether you were somebody who was independent, whether you really had the maturity to balance relationships, balance your language, balance your values, and whether you really held the family values a lot, or did you run into challenges or problems. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend Astrologer and Guide. Signing off. Ciao.